Okay, everybody, welcome to the stream. If you're new around here, you don't know myself. My name is Leo. I'm 23 years old. I'm a full-time day trader. I've been trading full-time now for 2 years. And I'm here today with Atlas Funded to bring you a live trading session, show you guys my live executions, walk through my read on the market, ask any questions that you may have in terms of my trading or anything to do with Atlas. We'll have a lot of time for Q&As. And at the end of this live stream, we're actually going to be doing an account giveaway. Okay, so really looking forward to that. If you guys want to introduce yourselves, feel free to do so. I've got both chats. We're currently live on Discord, I believe X, and also YouTube as well. So wherever you're tuning in from, welcome. And if you have any questions, like I said, feel free to shoot away. While I'm here, I'm going to quickly walk you through what you're looking at. A couple of people may be looking at this and thinking, whoa, what is this? This is order flow. Now, a lot of you are probably used to trading view charts that look very similar to this. Now, all this is the same chart, just in a little bit more detail. Okay, now all I'm getting is information about every single candle that is currently being printed. I'll give you a very simple breakdown. This right here that you see isn't a time-based chart. Okay, every 5 points price moves, this will create a candle. And you can see on TradingView, you can see this prints a candle every minute. So with this 1 minute candle, I'm getting so much information about what's going on inside of it. I can usually anticipate what the next couple prints are going to look like. So if you have any questions about the tools that I'm using, anything gets confusing at all, feel free to let me know. And I'll try go through it in as much detail as I possibly can. For those that are tuning in, welcome. There's a few people in the Discord. Good to have you here. Any issues with the stream, please feel free to let me know. It should all be running smoothly. I got my boy McDaniels in the background doing his thing. Mr. Hendry, it's good to have you here, brother. Nice to see you. What we'll do is we'll keep it on TradingView for a little bit, just to kind of give people some kind of context in terms of the read, and we'll go into deep charts a little bit later once some more people join. Sorry, I'm just getting organized with all my screens. I've got so many tabs open right now. It's unbelievable. So yeah, I took a little long, pretty much at 3 p.m. I will walk through that momentarily. Currently expecting price to take Asia low. This was my sort of draw for the session after we ended up taking Asia high. But we had a really nice area of support here. I tried to get in off the bottom of this wick. Wanted to wait for a bit more of a confirmation from the area using deep charts. We ended up catching a decent long. Next week, we'll actually be doing the stream an hour earlier. So my most active time to trade is usually between 2:30 and 4. So yeah, we still got a bit of time. If anything kind of pops up, but next week we're going to be starting an hour earlier. So if you guys want to kind of see what we get up to and the standard that we build within these streams, feel free to get involved. More information will be sent out next week. It'll be on Friday, so I'm really looking forward to it. What I'm going to do is pull up the Discord chat on my phone so I can actually see what's going on. We'll also put some music on as well. So I don't know if you guys will be able to hear the music because it won't be on this screen that I'm actually streaming, but just let me know. If you can hear it, great. If not, no problem. It's usually pretty quiet anyway. There's not a problem. All good. Fantastic. Bro, can you explain the reason behind that trade? Could you explain it a little bit? Yeah, for sure. I'll go through it shortly. I'll give some people time to join when I run through it. I can show you the live execution as well on the platform that I use. Hella clean trade though. Hella clean. It's good. Welcome everybody. Regardless of where you're tuning in from, guys, feel free to drop into the Discord as I'm able to send screenshots and things like that of executions and things. There's a screenshot of the execution I took earlier. If you guys want to check that out, it's in the Discord. I'm curious to know actually, where are we all tuning in from today? What pair are you looking at? I'm looking at the NASDAQ, my friend. I'm predominantly a futures trader. I'd say about 95% of my executions are on the NASDAQ. Occasionally, I will dabble in commodities. based on economics. Crude oil. I've had quite good success with that. Gold, not so much. Music will make the stream great. Now, the only concern I have is copyright, and with this being streamed on YouTube, so I'll forward that to the team. Actually, we can probably get a playlist going, but don't worry, I'll make sure it's a good playlist. With music as well, it's interesting because it actually has a massive effect on your trade performance. If you listen to things quite upbeat, it can affect your judgment. It's something to know. If you listen to quite upbeat music, it's likely to affect your sort of performance. I learned that from Anton Krill, funnily enough. He mentioned it in a podcast. So if we just take a little zoom out on price, take a look, you can see here that we're really, there's a lot of resistance here at the Asia low. And today, I feel like today could be a bit of a compression day because obviously we had the big expansion yesterday, taking the equal highs, which was kind of my target for the week. Took a sweet time to get there. ES is probably going to be trading towards all-time highs by the end of today, I think. You can see all-time highs being up here. I kind of called this last week. I can remove all these gamma levels. Yeah, you can kind of see that. I think this is, in order for price to go higher, it must go lower first. And for me personally, I feel like this could just be an area where we start to compress or consolidate, as some people will call it. And there won't be too much direction, but you can see ES has pretty much done that all session. NQ has also done the same, really. There's not been too much direction until the sort of 3 p.m. mark. We started to get some, cleaned direction lower. But yeah, I feel like today's going to be a bit of a range day where, maybe we get a bit of a breakout and then potentially just rebound back into the range. And then we can potentially see higher pricing come Monday. I'm kind of open-minded, though. Kind of want to see us break out this range first. I think we're also in positive gamma. I think we're above the HVL. Are we above the HVL? Yeah, we're above the HVL, so we're in positive gamma, so we can kind of expect less volatile moves and a lot more kind of structured price action. Yeah, currently very range bound. I'll quickly run through the trade then, actually, while we got some people here. Like I said, I'll run through it and then I'll. Let me just, sorry, my computer's tweaking just a little bit. There we go. Cool. My computer's struggling. It's refuse. I think Discord might have frozen. Yeah, I'll reload Discord. There we go. All right, just a little mic check in the Discord. I think we're all good. Yeah, sorry about that. Discord just decided to crash. There we go. Right. I think we're all good. Whoa. Okay. Let's have a look on deep charts quickly. It's gonna move this. Yeah, sorry, my laptop is tweaking right now. Just cancel that. There we go. Turn that off. Turn that off. That'll do. Lovely. Cool. Right. We can run through the trade now. Sorry about that, guys. I just have a couple of technical difficulties there. Let me just check everything is all good on the YouTube. We're starting to get a massive increase of volume, actually. I don't know if anyone's seen that. Bro, not a good idea to put your poster on your right side of the screen. Oh, okay, that's good feedback. I appreciate that, Minamoto. Kind of looks like a couple iPhone users might not be able to view the stream properly based on the kind of background. You're more than welcome to join into the Discord, my friend. The Discord, I think, is a full layout, so you shouldn't have any issues there. We're kind of trading into this area of buy. We'll keep an eye on this because this is quite interesting. You can see the volumes really started to kick in. Obviously, all of this is just 5 points, so this could all be in the series of a 1 minute candle. There's a lot of volume kicking in, so I imagine it could get quite choppy because you can see we've got a lot of buyers here. 77 buyers. That'll be like 77 contracts for anyone that trades futures. It's kind of similar to like lots, basically. Someone's in 77 lots for those that trade gold forex. This is essentially the same thing. So currently have a buyer here at 77. We have buyers at the top currently in drawdown. These guys they'll be suffering pretty heavy right now. So I imagine if we break below this area, all of these buyers are going to have to be, they're going to have to close their position because they're going to be in deep drawdown, and it could cause a bit of a flush lower from NQ. But currently we have buyers protecting this level, so we'll see if they manage to hold. I think it looks good. What's good, Ibs? Good to have you here, brother. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Bro, giveaway. Yeah, that's going to be at the end of the stream, brother. Yeah, sorry about that, Mr. Wolf. My computer was was not having it. I think it's because I was streaming like 2 separate things. Not ideal. We're all good though. Yeah, you can see here now that the buyers are really starting to step in. Now, usually at points in this, it's actually really interesting. So what I've basically explained to you here is sort of my entry confirmation, really, unintentionally. This isn't necessarily a great place to enter a trade based on the context. But what I've explained to you there is essentially the exact same thing that I took for the trade earlier. You can see sellers at the bottom really selling heavily, not getting rewarded. And most likely, if we break above said level, these guys are going to have to close their positions, causing a flush in the opposite direction, the offering price. And we simply waited for one of these areas to form. You can see a lot of buy effort. And we saw sellers again try get in, not get rewarded. And based on us trading above the VWAP, we also had a gamma level on the Nasdaq too. I waited on the 30-second closure. I can actually show you this on the live execution. Waited here for the 30-second closure, and then ran to TP. It was really clean. And it's just reading the context and using order flow tools to understand what's actually going on in these candles. Because we can all look at TradingView and go, oh, it might go up, it might go down, but ultimately, you don't actually know what's going on within this candle. You have no idea. It's just a black candle. But as soon as you look at something like order flow, we can see, okay, well, within this 1 minute candle, we have 103 buyers stepping in, plus more buying effort. Buyers are really strong currently. So it'll be interesting to see. But I think, like I said, we're in an area of compression, so I think it'll be a slow grind higher, if anything. What are those indicators? Lines. So these ones here are deviation levels. So this is basically standard deviations based on the point of control. So I don't necessarily use the standard deviation levels too much, but I keep them on there because I like standard deviation. It's a very good tool. But the main ones that I focus on are the blue lines. So the value area high, the value area low, the VWAP, which is this yellow line here, and also the point of control. The point of control I don't trade off of, but it's a very useful tool. And I'm slowly moving into the kind of volume profile stuff. Currently building a model with the volume profile with gamma levels and absorption, similar to Fabio Valentini, the scalper. Best scalper in the world. This is his platform, by the way. Deep Charts is really good. Like, really, really good. Most trader or trade influencer designing tools for trading are designing tools for futures and not CFD. Yeah, I think it's interesting the kind of dynamic and the way things are moving nowadays. Because when I first started trading, I mean, forex was everything. Like futures wasn't really spoken about. It was all forex, forex, forex. And I think now the industry is taking quite a big shift towards the future space because there's a lot of benefits to being a futures trader. Um, and for me personally, I just prefer the way futures assets move, and my kind of confidence trading these assets are great. And when it comes to futures assets, because they're very directional, like when they want to go somewhere, they'll do it fast. Like you can see the moves are very sharp. Like once it wants to go somewhere, it'll do it quick. And being a scalper, this sort of asset is beautiful because you don't have to worry about spreads. You can just focus purely on execution and catch those sort of initial reactions. And if you have order flow to back that up, it's going to be great. Order flow monitoring 1 minute chart strictly for scalping. I'm on a 40 range. I don't really look at the 1 minute chart, to be honest. I can show you my 1 minute chart. It looks slightly different. So these bubbles are the same thing that you've been seeing on the 40 range with these little numbers. But it'll kind of give me a bit of information. So you see like 77 buyers, 103 buying. The 1 minute chart I like for these like little areas here, which are effort zones, and you can see they're very reactive. Other than that, I'm pretty strict on the 40 range. I enter on, a 1 minute to a 30-second time frame. And I'm usually in trades for, on average, about 3 to 5 minutes. Yesterday, I was in a trade for, I think it was like 24 minutes. That was like my longest trade this month. I do be like that sometimes. I'm pretty adaptive. I don't have necessarily a strict approach. I'm quite flexible with the way that I trade, and I found it's made me a better trader. It's built my discretion up a lot. I mean, I had a great mentor who taught me a lot. He'd been trading for 14 years, and I like to think that I've got a good level of discretion, but I think discretion is something that adapts forever. It's something that you just consistently gets better over time and with experience. Yeah, you can kind of see here we're going through that period of consolidation. For anyone who's curious as well, this is what the execution looks like on TradingView. So again, really strong 1 minute closure, leaving behind this wick on the order flow tools. We also identified that there was a lot of sellers kind of trapped within this area. And this box here that's drawn out, this is what I call the rejection block. Again, it's an area where a lot of orders are built. It's an ICT concept that's very good. It's one of the only few that I use alongside gaps and things. But we saw the sellers trapped. We saw a really strong 1 minute closure. And then I entered on the next 1 minute closure after I saw aggressive buying. So we had buyers stepping in. So a lot of buying here. I wanted to get in on those buyers. And then, yeah, we flushed a TP in 5 minutes. Yeah, near or thereabouts. And again, I'm not a big risk to reward trader, never have been, probably never will be. I think for prop firms especially, it's a low risk to reward game. Use the leverage you're given and aim for small pieces of the pie, and you'll notice your win rate increase massively. Most of my trades are 1 to 2, 1 to 2.5, 2 to 2.5. I'll load up the Discord chat. We'll read what's going on in the Discord. How can we see the footprint chart like you for free? You're not going to get this tool for free, mate. Obviously, you technically get it because you're in the stream, so you get to watch it. But this is a subscription chart. I personally don't know anywhere that's doing this sort of level of detail. Order flow trading, or well, I say order flow trading, it's just a chart that's more in depth. But yeah, this is a monthly subscription. I buy it yearly. It costs me about $1,300 a year. So it's not too bad for what you get. I think it's brilliant. And it pays for itself. If you're a good trader, you know what you're doing. This is a great tool to have in your arsenal, but it's not going to work for everybody. I know people that tried this on gold and had like 0 success. They just prefer looking at TradingView charts. For me, I love this sort of trading because I'm quite a reactive trader. find it really works. You could do some research though, mate. If you want to, you might be able to find something for free. But usually, when something like this is free, you know you're going to need to pay for the CME subscription. You're going to need the real time data, which is going to cost money anyway. You know, you're getting into an industry where you're going to require to invest in the tools and the assets, and you know you're going to have to invest in yourself. And my advice would be, you know, if you're not in a position where you're able to invest in yourself, take a step back, build, and then come back to trading when you have equity to work with. You're in a game that you need money to make money. It's a harsh reality, but something that I think a lot of people need to learn early on as well. You need to invest in yourself and you need to have some skin in the game in order to grow as a trader. I saw once, but you had big bubbles, green and purple. Ah, Minamoto, you'll be speaking about this. So yeah, these are absorption. Like these are basically orders, right? And the way we use these are from absorption. So you have to imagine, right? I'll quickly run through this. So there's currently look at all these bubbles, right? Every single one of these bubbles is a like aggressive seller above 30 contracts. Okay, and we're not talking, we're talking minis here, micros, minis, and you can see here that 50 minis, 42 minis, and you can see there's a lot of sellers. Now you have to imagine, right? There's a seller down here. He's currently maybe in this position. Maybe he's tagged in something like this, right? Big risk to reward, whatever it may be. Maybe he's got his stop protected at said high. I don't know, right? But what I understand is if this trader is forced to close his position, most likely price is going to flush in the opposite direction. When selling isn't getting rewarded, some form of market needs to get rewarded, right? So it's most likely going to be on the long side. So these areas say, okay, when this is happening in real time, I can go, oh, okay, there's a seller here. Oh, really nice bullish reaction. Okay, he's trapped currently, so he might be forced to close. Yeah, okay, maybe a little bit of time passes. You're sitting and you're going, okay, buyers are really protecting this area. Oh, okay, that's a clean breakout. Yeah, these sellers are really getting cooked now. Like they're trapped. Bang, big flush through. And then, that's after at this point here, you're expecting that sort of acceleration higher. But for me, I just do that on a 40 range, just with these small little numbers. They might be quite difficult to see, but you can kind of see them there. You got a buy up there for 66, buyer up there for 46, not getting rewarded. Most likely down here, we're forced to close that position. But yeah, right now we're sort of in a phase of consolidation. So there's not too much we can do right now in terms of execution wise. We kind of need the market to do its thing. The move's already happened. I think because we're in that sort of period, it's going to slow down a little bit till maybe about, I don't know, give it 5 minutes. We might see an influx of volume. Great. I hope every day you come active, bro. I'm subscribing for this information and knowledge. Don't forget to come online. It's going to be every Friday, my friend. So you are more than welcome to join in anytime. Yeah, like I said, streaming Atlas every Friday. Potentially in the future, we may do more days. I do this for a living. I trade for a living. I also live stream as well to an audience. So it's kind of what I'm used to, and it's something I really enjoy doing. I love meeting new people as well. But in my streams, I build a bit of a standard. I'm quite direct with my way of coaching and teaching, but I found it's effective, and I try to build a high standard, and so do Atlas as well. We want to keep this area professional. We want to keep the standard high. So come in with a good attitude and an open mind, because all I'm preaching about is the information that makes me profitable. It might not work for you. It's completely fine. We can trade the same model. We might not get the same results, but just be open-minded. Again, I may take a trade on stream. Don't feel like you have to copy it. I'll be real with you. If you're here to signal bot and you're here to copy my trades, that's fine, but you probably won't be here in 6 months. Most people who just come here to signal bot, they don't survive the market. So come here to learn. Do you have a personal interactive channel like Telegram, Discord? I do, but I'm not here to promote myself, mate. It's more of an inside group. I don't sell a course or anything. I just trade with some insiders, and yeah, we've been trading together for a while. These are some guys I trust, very good traders as well. So it may be public towards 2027, but as for now, it's just a very small community of traders who do very well for themselves. So it's not open to the public. Only Friday? Oh, sad for me, but there's a good thing. There's previous sessions. Glad I can see them. Yeah, for sure. They'll all be recorded, so you'll be able to kind of watch back. Again, like I said, Alice have been great, and they've been really supportive. So all of it will be, on the YouTube. Check it out. And like I said, we'll do some more. But I've taken a couple notes just from recommendations. It says like music and the iPhone things. So hopefully they'll be improving every week. I'll also be having I should, in theory, have a face cam next time as well. I'm currently renovating my studio. I've got some like wall panels like all over the floor, cardboard boxes, paint brushes, paint pots right now. I hope the audio is good actually, because the walls are really echoey now that I've taken all the soundproofing down. Hooked me in. I want to learn more about futures. Hey, this is it's the place to be if you want to learn, my friend. I do have a YouTube channel myself, by the way. You can check that out if you like. It's just my name. Got things on like pretty much everything futures, so feel free to check it out if you like. Getting some acceptance lower here. You can kind of see we have all of these built up orders within this area. It's interesting because this will act as resistance. But I think if we get a break through this, this could look really nasty for buyers, and this could shoot down. I think NQ is very close to the Asia low, so I think if this is going to be the squeeze, we're probably going to push to the Asia low, maybe 3,100. Looks like a pretty good level. Looks good for the squeeze right now, but currently buyers are protecting this, so we'll see. We will see. Also, while I'm here, actually, we'll wait on that one. I was going to do the giveaway wheel, but we'll do it for the last people standing in the stream. Give it to the ones that committed today. For the guys in the Discord that are able to send screenshots, has anybody taken any trades today? Happily take a little look and we can break it down together. I think it'd be interesting for the people watching on YouTube as well. I'm just going to hide the chat in the corner, just so I know if someone messages. But I wish Atlas TV and your profile should take a low space, not this much. It's disturbing. But I wish Atlas TV and your profile should take low space, not this much. It's disturbing, bro. Yeah, for sure. We'll keep that in mind. Like I said, mate. Alternatively, you are more than welcome to join the Discord. The Discord is just full screen. Yeah, you're more than welcome to get involved in that, my friend. Again, we're seeing buyers protect. Expect nothing more, right? Really. Let's see if we get some direction to this. I said, I think in 2 minutes we might see an influx of volume based on it being 4 p.m. So we'll see if we do. The initial balance is formed too. We can take a little look at the initial balance. Initial balance is a really good model, by the way. Sir, will there be a giveaway? Yes, indeed, there will be. The giveaway will be at the end of the stream. It should be about, let me check my timer. It should be in about an hour's time, my friend. Should be in about an hour's time. So yeah, we broke out the initial balance low, retraced to 25. Nice continuation lower. Pretty textbook in terms of what you kind of look for initial balance play. The delivery was horrible there. Looks like it's coming towards the low, and the timing of this I think is quite interesting. Notice how we're coming down to the low towards that 6 p.m. mark. I think it's something to note. Timing on futures is very interesting. The actual time you trade is very important. It's very, very important. You gotta select your windows, I think. There it is. All right, that's that sort of kind of initial sweep we want to see. So this blue line here is my Asia session low. ES has created equal lows. Yeah, that's actually Minamoto. To where I got a lot of my sort of information from. Was just watching a lot of his stuff on YouTube. He's a very good teacher, and my mentor as well at the time. He was learning his concepts and taught me them in a very good way. So, like I said, I share everything. I'm not a closed book when it comes to trading. I'm good at teaching it, so I'll do what I can, my friend. as you can see, we've finally taken the low. We can take a look at order flow here now, and we'll see. So as I mentioned before, I think if we get below this level, this could look really nasty for buyers. But we'll see, because we are quite range bound. We could see a potential kind of resweep. We'll see. But both ES and NQ took the low, so don't really know what I'm expecting. We're below the value area. Sellers are very much in control of this currently. We broke out the IB low. Everything's pointing towards that direction of lower today. But I think geopolitically, we're due to go higher. We have Donald Trump speaking at 8 o'clock today. So I personally think that this is just going to range bound, and then it's going to pump higher later on, I think. We'll see. Might have to full port the longs. No, I'm joking. Don't do that. It's good to see so many people in the Discord as well. For some people as well, through my experience, not many people can find the text chat in Discord. You might need this for the giveaway, by the way, guys. So just if you can't find the text chat, I don't know how you're going to let me know, but if you can, just type 1 in the Discord, so I know you know where to find it. Not many people know where to find the text chat on Discord. I had that when I used to live stream. It's a bit of an upbeat tune. We'll change that one. Yeah, the Words of Wisdom podcast with Fabio is really good, mate. I'd definitely recommend giving it a watch. The only thing is, it's like you probably won't learn a lot because you might not understand everything that he explains, but I believe trading is a big thing on exposure. You kind of have to expose yourself to the market, to the charts, this style of trading for X period of time before you start to understand concepts. So like I said, when learning this as well, come into it with an open mind. I think if you've been trading for, at least a year, you'll pick this up really quick. It's not that difficult to understand, to be honest. It's just, it can be a bit overwhelming for some people, which I understand. Let's see if sellers take this trading at 1 standard deviation. No, 2 standard deviations, sorry. So this will act as resistance, but I can kind of expect this to flush through. Again, you can see sellers coming in, they're getting rewarded, buyers getting trapped. And we've got below this area where buyers had very good control. Buyers no longer in control of this area. So I expect this to kind of get some momentum to the downside. It's important as well when trading futures to understand asset correlation. Sounds more complicated than it actually is. Just quickly, for those that don't know, NQ and ES are correlating assets. So right now they don't. If I flicker through them, they look relatively similar. If you go to a daily time frame, well, yeah, they look very similar when I flicker through them, right? It's very hard to tell the difference. So currently what I'm looking at is how both of them, you see that ES currently rejecting upside. NQ currently creating downside. So it really shows at the moment that sellers are in control of this. I'm looking at the NQ, ES, sorry, which is the correlating pair to the NASDAQ. You can see it's kind of struggling to break higher. So currently expecting downside overall currently. And I think 3,100 looks like a really good level on NASDAQ. 3,100. We'll mark that up on deep charts. There you go. I need account giveaway. I think everyone needs a free account, bro. No one say no to a free account. We're giving away a fair few, my friends. So stick around to the end of the stream, and the giveaway will be announced shortly. It won't take me too long to get it all set up. So yeah, it's gonna be good. So yeah, this level kind of looks enticing to me. I think this is currently where price is likely to reach. How we react to this level, I'm unsure currently. Got some messages in the Discord. I don't know if they're in this chat. No, they're not. Bro, it's told Friday is not a good day for trading. Institutions getting out the market and don't follow anything. So Monday and Friday is not a good day, but you only live stream Friday. Is there any reason, bro? Don't know about you. I have quite good success trading Fridays, to be honest. Yeah, I perform well on Fridays. I trade every day, Monday to Friday. I find that in my data collection, it's pretty balanced across the board. Actually, Tuesday is one of my worst performing days. So yeah, Monday and Friday completely fine for me. I've got a high level of discretion. I understand if a day's tradable or not, but I'm not just going to go, oh, it's Friday, I don't need to look at the charts. For me, trading is a game of exposure. Not saying sit at the charts for 8 hours a day, but turning up daily, building that discipline and building that exposure to the market is important for self-development. So for me, I perform well on Mondays and Fridays. And as well as that, getting on the charts for an extra, 2 hours on a Monday and 2 hours on a Friday, that's an extra 4 hours that I'm going to get in terms of chart time, which adds up over the course of a year. That's kind of why I trade Fridays and I stream on Fridays. I can stream any day of the week, to be honest. Fridays, I understand, is for me quite a good day because it's quite usually a directional day in terms of futures worlds. And yeah, I think because we're kind of aligning for an all-time high push, I think towards the end of this month, I think streaming Fridays that can be quite a heavy directional day is definitely not a bad idea at all. It's a really good question though, but don't fall into that trap of Mondays and Fridays aren't good for trading because it's different for everybody, mate. Like trading is a very, diverse thing. It's not the same for everybody. And some people don't need to trade those days. That's fine. I probably take, 3 to 4 trades a week, sometimes less. Sometimes I'll turn up and not even trade, it's just part of the game. Just react in the moment. Not long till we do the giveaway, guys. We got 45 minutes on that one. It's going to be good. I'm excited. See here, we got some pretty aggressive selling, but I want you to notice this prints every 5 points. Look how slow this is. Can you see the volume is just dying off? Now, usually what this means is potentially it's building, so we could go through again another period of that consolidation where we're just going sideways, no side of the market's getting rewarded, or this is building to then have a sharp reaction in one direction. Like you can read the kind of behavior of this with the pattern of the aggressive selling and balanced with the aggressive buying. So send me my payout, please. That's some bogey colors. Yes, so this comes as a stock for the charts, mate. My actual trading view charts are pretty clean. I do like, but I don't know. I kind of vibe with the purple and the green, to be honest. I feel like I'm Fabio when I'm when I'm trading. It's great. I mean, who won't want to feel like the best scalper in the world, eh? Easy here, we're breaking down again. Got below the IB. That 3100 level is looking pretty good. Revealing kind of market. Exactly, mate. Exactly. It's giving me information, so much information about these 1 minute candles. Like there's people right now who are looking at this and they're going, oh, oh, this is gonna. Yeah, there we go. People are looking at this and go, okay, it might go down a little bit. Maybe, I don't know. It's just a black candle, but I can see here that there's a seller at the bottom of this wick right now for 75 contracts. And if he gets trapped, potential reversion. Kind of expecting this level to get hit though, this 3100 level. Bro, can you show closely what are those on candles and how they control? Because sometimes they're more kind of different. I'm not too sure what you mean. I think maybe you mean these little like numbers. So you can see there's green ones and there's purple ones. So the purple boxes are sellers and the green numbers are buyers, and essentially, well, a buyer. So there's a buyer there in at 42 minis, seller there at 48 minis, seller there at 40 minis, seller there at 75 minis, seller there at 53 minis. And you're looking at TradingView, you have none of that information. So right now, I understand there's aggressive selling here. So most likely selling is going to get rewarded. You can see here now buyers really fighting it back. And now look at these sellers. Now they're coming back into drawdown. Okay. And now you can think, you have to imagine as like these traders, again, most likely institutional traders with this amount of size, right? Obviously, this is, this isn't no evals. This is real orders coming into the market. And I can, you can almost see it from like an emotional perspective. It's what the Einstein of Wall Street talks about, like being able to view the market from an emotional perspective and think, if I was that seller, what was kind of going through my mind right now? You're thinking, damn, where's his stop loss most likely going to be to invalidate his move? Most likely at this recent high. So right now, he's probably fine. We can probably expect more sell pressure based on the fact that we have, again, more aggressive selling here. You can see on TradingView, we're just rejecting downside. And then if we check ES as a correlating asset, we can see ES is also building lower. Again, we're starting to kind of get this reaction out of here now. ES sort of following in suit. You'll notice that NASDAQ on the right, ES on the left, moving identical pretty much. So yeah, this is usually how I have my charts formatted. Obviously, it'll be a little bit different for you guys because you're on the stream. I usually have it on my big boy screen. It's good. Next week, I'll actually be able to do it on the big screen and I'll have face cam and everything. Let's see. We're going to attack this level. 3100 looks good. In terms of how we're going to react here, kind of unsure. But why can't we see the numbers for green candles? You can, my friend. You have to understand. So within this sort of candle, there's both buyers and sellers. And then on the green candles, you can see there 70 buyer. On the green candle there, 57 seller. So it just kind of happened in the moment. That's what those numbers are, my friend. I hope that makes sense. So again, we come into this level, you can see bang, instant reaction. Seller down here currently at 143 contracts. He'll be down very low in this wick. Again, we can expect a bit of a fight here. Unsure in terms of how good this reaction is going to be, but doesn't look too bad for a potential stab long. But again, I think we need to wait for more of a confirmation because this is just pure selling right now. All of this is selling. All of the sellers are getting rewarded. No buyers are getting rewarded currently. So we need to keep that in mind and we need to be cautious with the entry. This is usually when I'd scale onto a lower time frame. I'll be looking for a strong closure followed by a wick. So this wick here, really nice 1 minute closure after the rejection. But again, in terms of the order flow wise, nothing much for me. So if we saw a nice rejection here, potentially flip upside. But again, you just have to keep in mind that sellers are very much in control of this currently. So you're essentially trying to predict the bottom of this market. You're catching the reversal, but it doesn't look high probability right now. You just want it to have gone by now, but let's see. We've still got time. So we can't see the order on. Why can't we see the numbers for green candles? Yeah, you definitely can. You might just need to zoom in a little bit, my friend. You can see them. That's a really nice reaction. Seller trap to the bottom of this move. Now, we kind of want to wait for the candle closure. It's very easy to see this and go, oh, absorption. You need to wait. Timing is so essential in futures markets. So we just had a 30-second close there on the 30-second time frame. 30-second candles create the bottom wick. See how this minute closes. Again, currently the seller's protected. Great. I found a mentor of deep charts, bro. Come active more days. You are great. Oh, thank you, my guy. I really appreciate the feedback. Yeah, like I said, this is kind of my bread and butter, my friend. I've always been a teacher in terms of like career and stuff. And then now I'm a day trader who teaches as well. So happy to help where I can, my friend. Thanks for tuning in. Obviously, yeah, stick around, please. But kind of sounds to me like you're wrapping it up for the day, which is completely fine if so. Just keep in mind though, you'll have to be here for the giveaway. Giveaway is going to be about 37 minutes time. So there we go. Really clean reaction there. Seller currently trapped. Didn't really offer too much in terms of entry. It was such a fast sort of reaction. This candle close isn't really great. I still think this has potential for downside. You can see in this big move here, there wasn't a lot of aggressive buying. Notice how there's no buy orders here. So it shows that there's not a lot of big orders backing this bullish move right now, which kind of makes me believe that this isn't a real bullish move and this has still potential to break down. Hoping to choose for giveaway. I think everyone wants to be chosen, my friend. It's just kind of luck. I guess all you can do is just pray, really, and hope you get it. You'll have to be here for the giveaway. Will be announced in about 5 o'clock ish. It should be about 5 o'clock. So again, in terms of my model, this isn't actually the worst sort of kind of trade I'm looking for. Again, I kind of wanted to see price above this gamma level, this little blue line here. To kind of validate the idea of going long. But there's not a lot of aggressive buying in this move, and I don't really want to get caught on a potential fake out. So yeah, as of current, we're just going to hold off. There's this little green box above on the deep charts area. You can see it here. I think this is going to be quite important. This might be potential rejection from this level. Oh, there we go. Yeah. And this could potentially flip. This could be good for sellers if they get it back below this this blue line, but the 1 minute hasn't created oh, there we go. It's created a top wick now. Yeah. You gotta understand, most of these candles usually create a wick. So when a candle opens and it hasn't created a top wick or a bottom wick, you can usually expect them to flip. So like at this point here, you could go, okay, nice reaction, potentially enter, try get on the flip of the next candle. Bro, as we are getting clarity from the orders of the candle, but still view up on other candles, how they assist further? Well, it's just like we can understand what's going on within these candles, but we need an area to actually validate an entry. So you don't just want to trade in no man's land. Context is so important. Like a lot of people, what they do is they find themselves so sucked into the lower time frames, right? Like I can give you an example, right? This whole stream, I've basically been on a 1 minute time frame, 40 range, etc. And a lot of traders do this. They'll just stay on the lower time frames and they don't get context of what's actually going on. So I can understand from here, looking at this, well, realistically, I've had all of this opportunity to go short today. Why would I short here? Because we're in an area of price where realistic, this is what you call it, your discounts and your sort of premiums. Right now we're in an area that doesn't make sense to kind of get involved in a trade, because if you look at it, we're approaching very close to 50% of this overall range. If I remove the gamma levels as well, firstly, you can see that we're trading at GEX4 and we're really struggling to get above. It doesn't make sense. All of this was a good opportunity to get involved. This right now for me is kind of pointless. But the reason why VWAP and your point of control areas are so important is because volume occurs within these levels. Like you see, when price comes into it, look, volume. And usually using things like gamma levels, you can use low volume nodes. You can get very, very accurate entries for when price is consolidating like this. You can usually catch the breakout. Very good tools for that. Very good tool. And again, right now we're sort of going into that period of consolidation again. Again, you can kind of expect this when we've delivered, as we have done today. I mean, yesterday was obviously a big mover. Today hasn't been anything close to what yesterday was. But yeah, New York has already created it's only a 189 point range. It's not very big at all, actually. But today's volumes just lacked I think it will for a while because obviously we have Trump potentially speaking. Potential pop up here actually. 148 sellers, 148 seller here, really struggling. Nice 1 minute close and rejection off the GEX4. Honestly, looks good for a little pop up. Potentially run break even down at this gap here. Yeah, I think a potential reversal from this area looks good. I'm not talking massive reversal. I can see this. This how I'd play this is pretty simple. Really nice rejection wick. You have absorption at the low. You can see we have a trapped seller here. So the trade, how I would personally run it, would be something like this, where you'd have your stop at the low of this wick, and then you'd look to potentially look to target a 1 to 2 risk to reward. Now, in terms of the context side of things, it's not great because obviously you're at a point in price that doesn't really make sense to trade. But the way this is sort of aligned, this is how I would normally approach the market. Gamma level reaction, super clean initial reaction. We have absorption at the low. We have, again, the sellers are really starting to kick in now. But, this is the sort of move that I'm looking for. And usually you can catch that initial reaction when the volume's high. Obviously, we're at, what time is it now? 4 o'clock. We can't expect a lot of volume at the moment. Give it time, or earlier in the session, these sort of moves will be very violent and they're quick too. Like, you see here how it stalled at this level. Wouldn't normally do that. It would just break above and bang, it goes. That another chart is order flow? Correct, my friend. Yeah, this is deep charts. So this is the 40 range. So this is based on every 5 points in price. So it will make a candle every 5 points. So you can see there, this is a 1 minute chart. This is just a price-based chart. So it prints a candle based on however many points price moves. And then we got the time chart on the left. Yeah, based on that closure below GEX, again, kind of aligning for lower. Yesterday I got Fabio's pirated course. For God's sake. Oh, it baffles me. These people work so hard to get good at trading, and then there's still people that refuse just to pay for things. You got his pirated course, but that really advanced, and there's a lot of questions that rose to my mind. But I'm really glad, and I got you, and found your concept ideas. All are those. Yeah, I mean, listen, like I said, when it comes to order flow, it's quite a simple concept when you understand what you're looking for. Yes, it is a tick chart. That's correct. Crazy how you want a 1 minute time frame. We alchemists keep higher time frames. Mini hour one. Oh, nice, man. Fair play. Like I said, I mean, we can trade differently and still be profitable, my friend. I trade Nasdaq, so I personally think scalping is for me anyway, especially when you're using order flow tools. It kind of makes sense. It's the most traded asset in the whole world. It's ICT or what? I use ICT concepts like rejection blocks. I like those. I use gaps as well and divergences or SMTs, whatever you want to call them. Other than that, I'm an order flow trader and a gamma level trader. My job as a trader is to kind of catch reactions within price at specific levels, such as gamma levels, put supports, HVLs, etc. So I'm a level-based trader who uses order flow to validate his entries, and I have a discretionary based approach based on my understanding of price. It's what's worked for me for a long time. Every big trader starts small, keep moving. Who was it that said they were new? Wisblock. Yeah, welcome, my friend. How many months, or I presume it's months, how many months have you been trading, my friend, and where have you been learning from? I'm quite curious. Hopefully you're still tuned in. This is actually the first stream I've actually enjoyed being on with you, bro. You're gonna make a face reveal. That'll be next week, my friend. That'll be next week. Yeah, I'm currently building on my studio, so it's gonna look nice. I recently moved I was living in Cyprus for 6 months last year, and then I've come back to the UK just to be a bit closer to family. And I got a little place. I'm gonna yeah do some renovations to it. Should all be done for next week, so I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna look good. Laugh at my ass off, but yeah, bro. I'll be real with you, man. Like, fair enough, you found a pirated course, which is fine, but yeah, you got to remember, trading is a game where you need money to make money. You want to buy a prop firm account, you're going to need to invest money. You want to make money, you got to put in money. When it comes to education, it's probably the best investment you'll ever make. And videos are one thing, but actual mentor, like it's hard to find someone who actually works with people now. It's all about, trying to get a bigger group as possible and things like that. But keep work on your connections, keep people close. Like I said, hopefully after a couple of weeks of doing this, we get some regular faces, we get some people who are a bit more confident to speak up, and ultimately, give you an opportunity to network with people, including myself and the team at Atlas. So yeah, I think, did I mention way above here? If we break below this level, it's going to look really nasty for buyers, and yeah, didn't look good. But this is what's so good about order flow is like you can just see, oh, well, there's an area of balanced price where the market's auctioning efficiently. You get a breakout of that, and you get a confirmation breakout. What does price need to seek in order to trade efficiently again? Balance. Where's the next level of balance? Lower. Most likely hunting what I think is the 30,000 level, which is the major psych level, 30K. And funnily enough, that aligns with, is that Gex 1? Yeah, Gex 1. So this will be a violent level. This could be like one of those trades where it's like there's a high chance, I'm not joking, based on how this market's delivering currently, you could probably just limit order this, and you'll probably get a couple points out of this. Can't guarantee you it's going to reverse all the way, but it'll definitely have a really clean reaction. For sure. We'll do is we'll jump on, we'll just stream deep charts just for now, just because trading, there's not really much to look at on TradingView right now. We kind of understand the level that we're trading at. This is the kind of level that we're looking at, and we're kind of trading in the middle of both key levels. And this is what I call no man's land. This is where a lot of people get stuck. They'll get, oh, okay, we're definitely going lower. We've got, maybe some absorption here. I'll try go short. You already missed the short. You're trading in the middle of nowhere right now. And it's basically screaming that price is likely to go sideways for a little bit. But again, it comes from experience. I've looked at this. I've probably got 1,000 hours looking at this asset and more. It gets like that. Trapped market, says Jack. What do you mean by trapped market? I'm curious. It's futures. Nasdaq continuations fail. I'm not too sure why you keep tagging McDaniels, Toshik. Just relax for that, my friend. Are you part of the team? I'm not too sure. And please don't spam him. Giveaway time soon, not too long now. We got about 23 minutes before we do the giveaway. It's going to be active shortly, my friend. It'll be done on the stream, so don't worry. If you're here, you'll see it. It's all going to be on this this little spinny device that you see on screen right now, my friend. So just be patient. It's coming. Exactly. Patience is a virtue. Who knows? Patience might get you an extra entry. Who knows? McDaniels, do you want me to set up the wheel, or are you all right to do it? Because I think you've got access to other people in the stream. If I send you the link, do you want to get that set up, just so it's ready? I can keep an eye on the charts. I might slip in an entry as well for you if you do it for me. This is where he makes it, and it's just all McDaniels. I'm like, hang on a second. Someone ain't quite right here. There you go. And you know, if McDaniels does it, it can't be rigged because he'd get fired. So I guarantee people who don't win are going to call it rigged. This happens to me all the time. It's so funny. Let me slap it up in the Discord chat for you, mate. There you go. And then either you, well, I should, yeah, you should be able to just send me it, I think, or we'll work it out, mate. We'll work it out. For extended period of time, there was absorption at the 5-minute Nasdaq chart, where price was expensive zone. It also repeatedly touched the buyer high 3 times, which in fact caused him to get slipped out. Finally, when New York opened, it returned to the TPO area, except the zone in a short. How do you determine the right moment to enter a trade using order flow? It's a really good question. In terms of what you've explained there, I think that makes sense. It's quite wordy, so I like to keep things simple, keep things concise. I don't know, you might not be English, so you might be using ChatGPT to translate, so it's fine. But to answer your question, to validate my entries, I use a concept called absorption. So I can actually pull up my personal trading journal. I can kind of run you through this. We'll go to, yeah, I'll just show you my personal trading journal. I need to update today's trades because I've taken 2 trades today. So when it comes to validating entries, I use a concept called order flow. We can take a look at this one on the eval here. Nah, it's not a great one. Yeah, this is nice. So I don't know how clear this screenshot's going to be for you guys, but I want you to pay attention to the bubbles here. So the green orders, which are big buyers, and these purple boxes that are sellers. Now, we were going through some consolidating price action. You can see it here, which is going sideways for some time, and we're in a balanced price range. Okay. Now, at this level, we had a really strong rejection from this level. You can see that 91 buyers, 50 buyers, bang, instantly cooked. And what I'm noticing is sellers are just loading, sellers loading, sellers loading, sellers loading. We start to scale back up, sellers loading again, selling at the lows. Most likely they're going to be invalidated at this level. Buyers are not getting rewarded. On trading view, we were trading at a key level, which is called a gamma level, which basically gives you insights on institutional hedging levels. I'll go into that in more detail. I've got some stuff on my YouTube about that. And the simple answer was I waited for the 30-second candle to close. 30-second candle left a really nice wick. I then invalidated my stop with that wick and then just looked for that reaction. And usually I'm right quick or wrong quick. It's very rare that I'm in trades for long periods of time. Like you'll see, it's just straight to TP, straight to TP, straight to stop loss, straight to TP, straight to stop loss, straight to stop loss, straight to stop loss, straight to TP. It's very quick, you know. So I'm getting in on these fast reactions, and this is pretty much, maybe not that trade. That's using wick theory, but this is perfect. So this is literally the entry confirmation. So I've got absorption at the high. We're trading at a very key area in price. Nice 30-second candle closure. I enter when we get below the wick, stop above the high, and I'm looking for that reaction. I'm not looking to catch this whole reversal. I put size on my trades because I'm a good scalper. I have confidence to do so. So if I'm wrong quick. But if I'm right, I can go break even very aggressively. This is on a 30-second time frame. It's played out in 2 minutes. This candle, bang, prints in a few seconds, can move to break even within a few seconds if I want to. Can trail aggressive because I've got size on this position. And that's the sort of approach that I've had. These are all the trades that I've taken in 2026. And if you're curious to see my results, here they are. This is this month's performance. You see currently 3 losers, 3 winners. was -1 hour that week, and then yeah, a bit of a bounce back, and then these are my monthly performance overall. So yeah, we're doing all right. Can't complain. Again, this sort of stuff with the order flow, it's like I can tell you on a live stream, I can show you everything, I can show you trades that I've taken, but it comes from real time. You'll learn it from real time. Um, Again, if anyone can anyone explain to me what's going on within this area of price? Can anyone explain to me what they're seeing right now based on what you see on deep charts? I'd like to think some of you now can probably read what's going on. If I zoom right in on this, and what can you tell me about, the last two candles that have printed, the last 10 points that the price has moved? Does anyone have the courage to speak up and try guess? Again, what's happened here? And what happened as soon as this happened? Had a little pop higher. Coincidence? I don't think so. Thanks, really. Follow your YouTube channel. I will learn something from you, bro. Your teaching is really clear. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you. Again, buyer stepped in there. Another buyer stepping in. Buyers really taking control. Most likely, these sellers at the bottom of this move now, deep drawdown. Most likely going to have to close their position. We have this little box up here that I think price is looking to seek currently. So this area, I think, is kind of where price is magnetizing to. And trades like this, by the way, this is how flexible you can be with order flow. If the context aligns, this right here is like a very high probability trade, so to speak. Obviously, if the context aligns, that you do something like this, you could go for like a one-to-one kind of basis. Some people scalp like that. For me, this style of trading doesn't work, based on I'm good at catching initial reactions. I'm not good at catching big moves, essentially. We can see there now, buyers trapped. You see how this market is it's very balanced, right? It's like 1 minute buyers are rewarded, next sellers are rewarded, next buyers are rewarded, next sellers are rewarded. Balanced PA, you have to be patient because it's very enticing. It's very easy to click the button because you see something, you think, oh, good reaction. Buyer stepped in, I don't want to say Mr. Buyer stepped in, low key. Guy in the Discord, you are correct, my friend. Buyer stepped in, sellers got absorbed. Now price touch 50 EMA, 1 hour bounce back happen and go to up. I don't personally use EMAs. I think this is an EMA actually on my chart, but it comes with the standard deviation indicator. I pay no attention to this line, to be fair. It's not to say it's a bad concept or anything. It's just something I've never used. If you have success with it, then that's brilliant, my friend. So you can see sellers were getting rewarded. Buyers again stepping in. Balanced price action, not price action that I'm interested in trading. We're better off trading out of balance because price will be more directional. So you'll notice that we have two of these little boxes. If I find my paintbrush, one here and one here. Notice one's for buy side, one's for sell side. I think if we get below either of these levels, that will confirm a direction for us, and then we can start trading again. So the out of here means out of this is now out of balance. So it'll be out of balance. So we can expect a bit more direction. For as long as we remain in this sort of range, finger off the trigger. Welcome to the guys in the Discord. Just to let you know, the giveaway will be announced very soon. Fair few of us in here today. Great to see. Can you show in this footprint chart the trapped traders in summary? Maybe it's my luck you give me. So I'm not too sure what you mean in terms of your question, my friend. You mentioned about traders trapped. Again, it's usually something that will happen in the moment. So you can see here, sellers were trapped. You have to understand that at that level, there's this, a seller here whose position looks, maybe something like this currently. This looks like a big trade. Bearing in mind, this is on a 40 range, so this is still probably quite a. I mean, that's 81 ticks. That's not the biggest, but his position could look like that, right? And that's the definition of a trap seller. It's he's got in and he's instantly getting cooked. He's instantly in drawdown. He's trapped. So it doesn't look good, but good chance he got wicked out of that. And now you can see that we broke out of that area that I mentioned before. This level down here. So now hopefully we'll start to see a bit more direction now that we're out of balance. We should start to see some momentum to the downside. You can see sellers getting in aggressive now. We want to see these sellers get rewarded. We want to see this push fast. I think, yeah, if we get below this low, we'll see more aggressive selling. I think that 30K level down here looks really good. In terms of the level as well on TradingView, we're already past the 0.5 of the IB, but the IB is quite a small range today. So yeah, I think it's just going to be a really slow grind just because we've got Donald Trump speaking relatively soon. Love trading. Me too, G. Me too. Giveaway in about 10 minutes, guys. Get ready. See the seller that tried to sell aggressively, not getting rewarded currently. We'll see. We still have breathing room to the downside. I think it looks good still. It's not something that needs to be explained by showing asks and bids, right? There's no need to go that deep just to understand the trap traders concepts. Well, the question I would have for you then is based on what you see in this wick here, what information do you get just from this wick? So on a 1 minute chart right now, what information do you have about this wick? Just this wick alone, without using deep charts. Because right now I could look at this and probably go, probably some trap sellers. Trap seller there. This is giving me that information. You don't know that there's a trap seller just looking at TradingView. I mean, currently he's not trapped because again, we haven't really displaced higher. This is only 5 points in drawdown. This is only a 5-point candle. He'll be trapped if, let's say, for example, we got above this buyer here. Then, he's going to be in trouble. Because this buyer is currently going to hold some form of resistance. So but like I said, you don't have to use order flow. I personally can't trade without it. It feels wrong at this point because you get so much information. I'm looking to convert all my my personal accounts and prop accounts to deep charts. I just haven't found a suitable prop firm or broker to do it yet. Broker I have, a prop firm I haven't. Hi, sir. Hello. Good to have you here, Mr. Prakash. Reply. I did reply. There's a little bit of delay on YouTube. Don't worry, brother. I did reply. But that's the thing. I think your name's. I'm going to call you Wool. I think it's your name or Wall maybe. It's like we can use different concepts and still be profitable. So I think there's a big ego in the trading space where it's like you must trade this way or you're not profitable. It's like fair if you believe what social media tells you and TikTok and Instagram reels giving you brain rot. Fair enough. It's like this is a discretional game of probabilities. No one knows what's actually going to happen. We just all have ways of reading the market. You love the Atlas prop firm? Me too, man. They've looked after me and a lot of my community, so I have a lot of respect for them. He said one of the best CFD firms in the space, baby. Not too long for the giveaway, guys. Stay tuned. If you are entering the giveaway, by the way, guys, can you make sure that you have a Atlas, like not account, but you've created some form of account so you can like log in and see a dashboard and actually able to purchase an account. Just make sure you've got an account created. It'll just speed up the process if you guys get in the account. Bro, how is double auction? How is double auction is winning? I'm not too sure I understand that question, my friend. Order flow feels simple and good for entering trades and things like that are really well right now. It's just the exact scenario I described to you earlier, what happened today. So I was curious. Thanks for your answers. No, it's not a problem, my friend. Like at the end of the day, like it's interesting. So I was reading order flow today and I actually caught a long today. And all the market's done is go down. So I actually caught this long using order flow. You can see there's a lot more kind of going on at this time. The volumes died off now because of the timing. Again, when you're trading futures, timing is essential. But again, trapped sellers. I wouldn't have got in this trade based on a trading view wick because there was a wick here. This is giving me information that there's trapped sellers, and I was like, bang, okay, I'm getting in this. All it is trapped seller, trapped seller, trapped seller, trapped seller. None of them are getting rewarded. Buyers are coming in aggressively. I got in on a retrace when more sellers got involved, anticipating that, well, these sellers haven't got rewarded. Why would they get rewarded here? There's targets higher. There's reason for price to go higher. We were trading above the VWAP. We had backed effort. Made sense to get involved. Went to TP nicely. Trading view, I didn't have the effort zone. I'd have the VWAP, but that's it. All I've got is a candle closure and a VWAP line. No information on trading view. This gave me the information to enter. That's why I could never trade without this anymore. It's like something that I've really adapted to, and it just feels weird now trading without it. I'd highly recommend it if you trade futures to give order flow a go because you'd be very surprised. It depends what kind of approach you take, though. If you're not really a scalper and you're more of like an intraday swing trader, then you're probably better off. You probably could use it, but for validating areas. But yeah, for scalping, it's brilliant. How's the giveaway going to be done? It's on a spin wheel, my friend. We'll stream the actual thing so you can see what's going on. There'll be more sell after sell side liquidity taken out. Sell now. Doesn't make sense for me to enter right now. The move's already happened, but yeah, currently buyers are trapped. You see here, buying at this level, not being rewarded. More buying at this level, not being rewarded. Buying again at this level, not getting rewarded. We're just in a balanced price range, so we can kind of expect this. But a lot of trading view, like people who use like breaker structure and things, they'll go, oh, maybe we got a breaker structure or change of character, and then they miss the fact that, well, actually buying is not getting rewarded at this level. But be patient. Personally, I wouldn't look to sell unless we was below this area. Sorry, above this area. I'd want to see price out of this balance range before I get involved. You have one question. Pamad, go ahead, please. Ask away. There we go. Low key, guys. He gave you the signal. I'm only joking. No one should be signal button. Is Alice available in United Arab Emirates? It's a really good question, actually. I'm sure one of the support team can answer that one because I don't live in Dubai. It's not something I've looked at, so I'm not going to give you an answer if I don't know that one. Bro, there were no buy orders. Then why did the market give a buy move? There were buy orders, mate. It's just there weren't any buy orders above 30 minis. This will only show you contracts above 30 minis. Anything lower than that, it won't show you. Like, there's orders everywhere, mate. The market wouldn't move otherwise. It's only going to show me the big orders because that's all I'm interested in. I don't want to get involved when, little Gary at home, the little retail trader's got in at two micros or 2 minis because all I'd see is just numbers everywhere. It'd be so noisy. Like, you can't trade like that. So for me, it's like if I want to get involved in big, sharp reactions and big movements, I need to be getting in with big volume. So I need to be only looking at the big numbers. So I filtered it from being, every contract to just ones above 30 contracts is all I'm interested in. Next 30-minute market will have a bearish move. Possibly. I mean, we've already had a pretty big bearish move. Could be a continuation, but I think it's a bit of a gamble in terms of direction at this current stage. I think it's quite 50-50. There's kind of both sides are just trading efficiently. There's not a specific side that's getting rewarded. Everyone's spamming vote for free account. You guys are funny. You know, you're voting for a free account, my friend. Your profile picture is Leonardo DiCaprio from The Wolf of Wall Street. So something ain't quite right there, my friend. Atlas TV News. Your live is very helpful for us. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. Yep. We live every Friday. I saw Alice FAQ now. It's no restricted country, bro. See, that's why they're the goats, man. Why are you all saying vote for free account? You know that's just not going to change anything. Please, if you come here, at least like come here to ask questions, not just ask for a free account, because it's not going to change anything, mate. Like you can spam it all you want. It really doesn't make a difference. You're either going to win or you're not, my friend. I don't think your luck is going to change based on you typing it in the YouTube. It's kind of annoying for the people who are trying to learn. So just chill out with it, guys. I will watch the trading education too. Brilliant. There are 8 videos in your YouTube playlist titled Trading Education. Watching them today would be a good idea. Yeah, go ahead then, my guy. If you got any questions, I'm always available on Discord. I'm not going to be active too much this week based on me building my studio and things. I've kind of, you know, I'm in DIY mode at the moment. So yeah, I'll be getting back to all my DMs and stuff on Sunday and Monday. Giveaway is going to be soon. I'm ready to do the giveaway whenever, by the way. McDaniel, so just hit stream when you're ready, mate, and I'll share it to everyone on the YouTube, and we can hit it off. It's no rush. Yeah, again, still inside of this balanced price range. We might tell these 2 areas, kind of what we expect. Not a right lot going on. It looks like McDaniel's is live, so here we go. Let me slap you on mute because there's a bit of an error. If anyone's getting that extra, I'll tell you what, McDaniel's. Actually, no, it doesn't matter. It's fine. We can just run it. It should be sweet. So, bro, you applied the filter. That's why it's below 30. Yes, correct. So I put the filter on so it doesn't show me any contracts that are below 30 because it's irrelevant. Oh, we're spinning. We're spinning. We're spinning. We're spinning. All right. First account is going to be 4. Are we ready, boys? Are we ready? It's slowing down. Oh, is it gonna be low key? Oh, it's gonna be whiz block. No, Zed, you won it. Well done, my friend. Zed, are you in the Discord? He is in the Discord. Zed, well done, my friend. You are the winner of a. Let me check the size account quickly. Jeez. Winner of a 10K account. Well done, bro. Well done. For you guys on YouTube as well, you have been entered in the giveaway, by the way. Just, yeah. Well done. So, Zed, you are the first one. I'm just going to quickly send you a message just so you know. Winner. Cool. All right. Next one. Let's go. Let's spin it. All right. We got a few more accounts to give away. It's exciting stuff. Let's see who's going to win. Could be close. Oh, is it going to be WizBlock, the new trader? WizBlock? Yes, the new trader won it. Let's go. Well done, WizBlock. Congratulations, bro. I hope you're still in the Discord. Sorry, in the YouTube chat. That's WizBlock. Cool. Right. Take a photo of that. I'll see if I can find him and DM him, if just in case he's not in the chat. Cool. All right. I think we're ready to spin again. Let's go. Actually, if he's not here to claim it, are we gonna claim that one? What are we thinking? I think we should at least give him a chance. Yeah, I think we'll give him a chance. If we haven't heard from him, then yeah, that's gonna be unfortunate for him. All right, let's spin again. We can give him a chance. I agree. I think he deserves the chance. He's a new trader too. How do we apply for the giveaway? You had to be here for the stream, my friend. The most active user has also won an account. They will be announced, the most active user, very shortly. I'm confident I know who that is. He's been in my YouTube chat. That's all I'm going to say. So if you're in the YouTube, there's a guaranteed winner of the YouTube. Mahesh is in our Discord. Congratulations, Mahesh. Well done. You are a winner of a 10K account as well. Let me just drop you a quick DM, sir, just so I know you've won. Well done, sir. Fantastic. Oh, this is fun. I miss doing account giveaways. Amazing. Cool. So we have 3 winners so far. We have another 2 accounts to give away. And then we have the last winner, who was the most active user in terms of today. All right, Mahesh. I've DM'd you, Mahesh. So just confirm that you've got that whenever you can. Cool. I think we're ready for the next spin, I think. I'll just tag him in the chat as well, so who knows he's won. Fantastic. Cool. I'll DM'd you, Mahesh, just in case you you missed that, mate. All right. Are we ready for the next spin? I think so. Here we go. Oh, it's so trippy because it's black and white as well. It's because it's like really laggy. Oh, always close. Hey, let's go. Minamoto, you actually won. No way. Let's go. You were the winner of a 10K account, Minamoto. Fantastic, brother. Congratulations. So that is 4 10K accounts given away. We have 1 more 10K account to give away. There's someone in my YouTube chat who I believe was one of the more active ones, asking really good questions too. So yeah, I'm excited to do that. So I'll be real, Minamoto, you were my 25K account winner, but there's a second person who is also speaking in the chat today. So yeah, congratulations, Minamoto. Well done. Minamoto, can you add me on a Discord, please? Or can you send your Discord username and I'll add you quickly? Silent Alchemist, stick around, brother. Stick around. All right, cool. Yeah, Minamoto. Send me a message on Discord, please. That'd be great. Loki, yeah, sure, you can DM me, bro. No problem. I'd quite like to do that actually, if that's okay. That'd be great. Yeah. Um. Yeah. If I think because Minamoto was going to be the select guy for the YouTube chat. I thought he was really active. He asked some really good questions. So yeah, if we give Minamoto a one of them ones, that'd be grand. And then we can do another spin for the 10K if you like. Two more spins. Fantastic. Let's do it. All right, for the next 10K account. Let's see who gets this. Oh, there's a bit of a delay on the spin. There we go. I messaged at Discord. Did you message me? Or did you message in the Discord chat? Oh. Oh, the stream seems to have frozen. Oh. Hey, Hendry! Let's go! Oh, no way. Hendry, congratulations, but he's actually from my community. I've been working with him for a while. He's a good guy. Well done, Hendry. He's not in the chat right now. I'll make him aware that he won. All right, I think we got the last spin then, boys. I think. Let's do it. All right, for the last spin, here we go. Oh, yeah, Minamoto. Nice. I see you in there, bro. I see you. I see you in the Discord, G. Oh, it's going to be close. Hey, well done, Toshit Raj. Even the Discord? No. Yeah, I got you, Minamoto. Let me just quickly DM you quickly. Yeah, brother. All right. Cool. I think Toshik Raj. I'm not too sure if he's in my YouTube, to be fair. No, I don't think he was. Yeah, I can't seem to find that guy on anything, to be honest. Unless that's his Discord name, we can probably reach out to him, so that should be sweet. Right, let me take a photo of that name. I'll reach out to him. Cool. Right, I think that's all the accounts, right, McDaniels? I think. Is that right? That's all. Amazing. Guys, I'll stick around for a few more minutes in case anyone has any questions for me in terms of my trading, anything like that. If you guys have won a account, please just let me know. Well, you'll receive a DM from myself on Discord. Please send me a message on Discord just so I know I've got you. I've got 4 of the winners. I just need the other two. So if you are from the YouTube, please either DM me directly with your YouTube username, so I know exactly who you are. Cool. I think that's all that done. Cool. All right. I'll give time for questions, anything like that. Anyone want to ask me anything? And if not, we can call it there for the day. You can see we've finally broken out that range now. So we'll see if we actually get a acceptance higher, or we end up coming back into the range. I've got Hendry as well, actually, so that's 4. So yeah, it's just one person missing that I need to get in touch with for the account. Cool. Yeah, like I said, I'll give it till 8 minutes past, and if no one's asked any questions, then yeah, I'll call it for the day. Yeah, Minamoto, I got you, bro. That's all good. Toshik, I got you as well, mate. I've seen you message me, which is good. I think Woolen nickname is cursed. I think he was really close to winning. I saw on one of them. I saw your name come up close. I want to give a shout out to as well, Silent Alchemist. You was good entertainment, my friend, and asked some really good questions in the YouTube chat. So thanks so much for that, my friend. Yeah, message me on Discord, mate, if you want to connect. Happily talk more on the stuff. Where do we message you with our YouTube username? Discord, please. If you guys want my Discord username, you can find it just here somewhere. There it is. And take a little screenshot. Or alternatively, if you haven't taken a screenshot of that, just come to the Atlas Discord server. And then when you're on like the main page, I don't know, like official links or whatever, you just see me here on the right as live streamer. You can just literally just click that and just drop me a message if you need to. Or you might have to add me as a friend first. Either or works. It doesn't bother me. Good luck, winners. Hope I can get a payoff from these accounts. Goodbye. God bless you, my friend. I'll see you soon. Thank you again for hosting it and for tuning in. Just love the firm and you, sir. Thanks. I was consuming knowledge for free and still firm gave appreciate me that account. That's crazy. Love from the firm. Yeah, I mean, listen, man, this is what we're all about. You know, bringing a good vibe to the space and giving the opportunity to people to take a step in the right direction. Silent Alchemist as well. I've just got your Discord friend request, mate. Thanks for sending that through, brother. I'll drop you a DM just to catch up. I see have you DM'd me as well? Yeah, you sent me a message as well. Nice. Low key as well. If you're still here, mate. I've got a message from you as well. I'll get back to that shortly. Cool. I'll give it 2 minutes. I'll give it till 10 past, and then we'll cut stream. It's been a pleasure as always, guys, for hosting you. Thanks so much for tuning in and taking the time and putting the trust in me to guide you today. Unfortunately, no trades on stream. Next week, like I said, we'll be live an hour earlier, so we'll actually be going live at 2:30, which is kind of a more active trading period for me. I'll also have the face cam set up as well, so you guys will be able to watch in on that, which is super exciting. So yeah, there'll actually be a face cam next time. If anyone needs anything, feel free to DM me on Discord. Thanks to the team at Atlas again for helping out with the stream, dealing with all the admin and everything like that. It is very much appreciated. Guys, as always, I'll speak to you soon. God bless and take care.